Loneliness, in a word, is pain. It's the feeling of isolation even when people are present. And pastors, ministry leaders, missionaries, they can experience that just like anyone else. And all throughout the UK and Europe, we're seeing pastors and ministry leaders burnt out, they're suffering, and they've got no rhythms of Sabbath in place. Because culturally, there are people who are reserved, they're private, they don't share these struggles. It's taboo, there's still a stigma surrounding any sort of burnout or struggle that they might be having. They don't have the same denominational gatherings and networks of support that we do in other places. And so they're doing this alone.
Hey, we're the Comers, and for the last 3 years, we've been living in Manchester, England, working with Missionary Ventures International, serving ministry leaders, pastors, and missionaries all across Europe.
We're coming alongside them to remind them that they're not alone. There are people who want to run this race alongside them.
We get to love on them, encourage them, spend time with them, cry with them, fill in for their churches. We just get to support them so that they then can support their people and reach their community.
We get to do this by facilitating gatherings and retreats, trainings, and time away for these pastors to refresh and rejuvenate.
Our hearts really are to come alongside these pastors and ministry leaders and support them in their calling. You know, as people who have been in full-time ministry for over 15 years, we know exactly the ups and downs of ministry, of being a pastor, of just everyday life. And one of our first weeks there, I called up a pastor and I was getting together with him for the first time, and he just started sharing just real deep things with me. His wife had just been diagnosed with cancer, his church was having issues, and there was just so many other struggles going on in their life. And he stopped in the middle of saying that through tears and he said, "I don't even know why I'm telling you all of this." And that's exactly what we want to be there to do. We want to be there so that those pastors and ministry leaders feel heard and known, so that they can fulfill what God has called them to do.